You're listening to the Screenmen Society Podcast, where nothing on screen will ever go unseen. Here's your host, Jack Clayton.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Screenmen Society Podcast. As always, I'm your host, Jack Clayton. We've got a bit of a different kind of episode for you today. We're going with something I like to call Free Talk Friday, where it's Friday right now, even though this is coming out on a Monday, but that doesn't matter. And basically, we're just going to talk about whatever we want. There's no topics, there's no lists, I don't even have notes right now that I'm going off of. So this is probably a terrible idea, but I digress. So yeah, we're basically just going to talk about whatever. But before we get into that, I want to go around and talk about and see who we've got with us today. Starting off, he's our resident cameraman. It's Hamza Harwal.
I'm glad you're now recording me.
I am too. We're not going to get into that. But next up, we've got Abel Velasquez.
Hey, how's it going?
And last but not least, move over Nintendo. He's the original Game Boy. It's John Spurgeon.
Hey, gamer girls.
John, I have to admit, you haven't been here the past few episodes, so I've been waiting to use that line. And so I'm glad that I've been able to now.
That's great.
But yeah, anyway, so with Free Talk Friday, I'm hoping to make this a regular thing. Basically, we just talk about whatever we want to talk about. And I know I've got something that I'd like to discuss, but I want to open it up to you guys first to see if there's anything you guys want to talk about, anything that's been on your mind lately, something that we may not have discussed before that you wanted to. So yeah, I'm just going to open it up to you guys.
Well, I see a sunflower job application over there, and if you go to Wichita State, you know that Sunflowers are our local newspaper, and it's pretty much the worst newspaper of all time, so whoever's trying to apply at the Sunflower needs to stop.
Oh, you see this over here? Okay, yeah.
Is that yours?
No. This is
Good,
just
because I don't want to have to shame you on this podcast.
No. That's just what someone wrote the login for the computer on.
Can we start beef with the Sunflower? Can we, be the enemies?
You pitch this every time.
Bro, we need to be the enemies of the Sunflower. It's like, are you a screen man or are you a sunflower? I'm a screen man. Gunshots.
Wow.
It goes crazy. There's like a civil war. We're Iron Man.
They use their money and power
Yeah,
to try to crush our podcast.
We're Captain America and they're Iron Man.
What money? They already blamed the rowing team for having dollar bills to fill the holes in our boats. So, I mean, they don't have any money as is.
No, because what's really funny is, didn't they write the paper over the vote we were going to have? The referendum?
They write a paper over everything and they just make up bullshit. It's like IGN because they have 12 different writers who have completely different opinions and then they won't tell you which one it is. So you're like, what?
Yeah. Cuz they made a article that was if the referendum fails, that the clinic center at Wichita State or the psychology department is going to lose its certification. Which is how do you lose your certification just because a vote fails?
Yeah. If the school doesn't give us more money, the health department's gonna explode. We got a bomb in there.
Honestly. No, but I mean, there's a lot of exciting stuff in the news right now.
Yeah.
PAX East is happening, so a lot of good games are gonna be announced.
Man, Sony's weak state of play. Oh my, did you guys see that State of Play?
No.
Okay, so Sony released this thing called State of Play, which is a ripoff of the Nindies, which is like when Nintendo announces their indie games. Oh. And it was literally 2 minutes of Days Gone gameplay, and then oh yeah, here's some Concrete Genie, which is a game we haven't talked about, no one cares about, and here's some other games that have literally already been released, which no one cares about because they you can already play them.
Oh, so you're saying Sony had a bad week?
Bro, Sony airballed hard, and it's I don't know if this is their plan for the PS5. I'm
What are you talking about? They announced Iron Man VR.
Dude, no one and everything they announced was VR and stuff, which I have a PSVR and I don't care. PSVR is lame.
No,
I regret it so bad. I mean, I enjoyed it when I used it, but it's now it's over.
How often have you used it?
Yeah, once I got it, the year I got it, I used it a lot. But since then, man, it's
Did you get Resident Evil 5?
No.
Oh.
I hate horror. Ugh.
So you're a baby.
I am a baby. No, if there's 2 horror movies on that have 100% on Rotten Tomatoes and Ice Age 7, which has got a 1%, I'll go see Ice Age 7.
So you're not gonna go see Us?
Dude, heck no. Like, you invited me to that, and I was busy, but even if I wasn't busy, I probably would have found a way out. Because
Like,
I
guys, my refrigerator broke right now, so I gotta go.
The one that I've debated seeing is I want to see Quiet Place just because, Jim from The Office as a hunk.
You have to see that.
And all the memes where the girl's like looking at him and he's like,
Yeah.
I didn't even realize it was a meme.
It is a meme.
No, you gotta watch some horror movies because we're like getting like all of the best ones right now. Like,
If Tom Hanks is in a horror movie, I'll watch it.
Wasn't
Ooh.
he in he was in one.
he was.
Yeah, he was.
Stranded.
Yeah.
He was in Toy Story of Terror.
Yeah.
Was that a short?
Yeah, that was a Pixar short. Yeah.
Bro, best short.
I'm thinking of that trilogy that he did. From
Oh,
the book.
oh, yeah,
Angels
yeah.
and Demons.
That's not a horror. That's just like a drama.
Oh,
that was Ron Howard.
The Da Vinci Code.
Da Vinci.
Oh,
Code.
yeah,
Yeah, that's not.
he was part of that series.
That's not horror.
But I wasn't thinking about that. Also, I'm pretty sure he did like a small horror film at one point.
Every actor did, like when they were on the up and coming.
Except for Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
Well, I don't even know about. No. He was in the Amityville Horror.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what that is.
It was like from 2004 or
Pretty
something
popular.
like
Mm.
that. Yeah.
I feel like there's no other horror movie that has something based off it more than the Amity Horror House. It's pretty,
That's true. Okay, so how many of you guys have seen The Karate Kid? Like the OG Karate Kid?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been
Okay.
a while.
Have you guys seen this video on how Daniel LaRusso from The Karate Kid is the true villain and Johnny is the real hero? It's a video on YouTube. I'm pretty sure it's satire, but I am a firm believer of that theory. And I became even more of a believer when the show Cobra Kai came on. I don't know if you guys have seen anything about that.
I never got to see it.
It's on YouTube Red,
Yeah,
but I have YouTube Red.
I do too.
It's It's actually really good. I didn't know what to expect from that show, but it ended up like really surprising me just with how good it was.
Everybody said it was really good. Like that
Yeah.
was one of the only actual YouTube series that like people were like, this is actually really, really, really good.
Yeah.
Although I think there are some series that are actually really good. Like I think Minefield, if you ever saw that with Vsauce,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
hosted by Michael. He's really good. That's a really good series.
Yeah.
I like Scare PewDiePie, but that's just because I like PewDiePie. Hashtag bring back Scare PewDiePie
Rest
season
in
2.
Peace, season 2.
Dude, Vsauce can like literally do anything and it's great. Like I hate his science videos, but I love his science videos.
Yeah.
Like,
I just watch
I don't
his intros.
I don't
Yeah.
understand anything,
Yeah.
but I enjoy watching
Yeah.
it, which is weird. Like I'm like, this goes so like his bong videos, they go so far over my head, and I'm still like, this is great.
But I think that's probably what he's trying to accomplish.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah. So Cobra Kai was really good, but it really confirmed that belief of Johnny was the real hero and Danny was the real villain the whole time. And I encourage you guys to go watch the video on it, but I'll just give you the rundown. Daniel basically gets himself involved in Johnny's personal business, tries to fight Johnny, and Johnny, just defending himself, just beats him up as he can since he's defending himself. And then Daniel just tries to make Johnny's life miserable the whole time and ends up doing so. And then in Cobra Kai, they basically say that as well. I don't want to spoil too much about this because I think both the video is really good and then the series is really good. If you guys have YouTube Red, go watch it. If you don't, I'll give you my login so you can mooch off it so you can go watch it because it's actually really good. And season 2 comes out next month, and I'm really excited for that.
Yeah, and if you're gonna do that, if you're gonna take Jack's account, make sure to watch all my videos 5 times because I get 10 cents for every time on YouTube.
Really?
Yeah,
Wait,
it's
really?
a ton. It's actually
Wow.
like 5 cents, but that adds up. Like Jack's watches alone have me at like $2.
Whoa.
You're welcome.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, you're welcome. I'm
I
paying
should
for your
watch you too.
I'm paying for your rent. You better.
Yeah, my $2 of rent. Woof.
What a life.
Woof.
How lucky are
Well,
you?
because you can't make money off of ads on YouTube unless you have like 1,000
right.
subscribers,
Yeah, 'cause
10,000
they changed
subscribers.
the rules.
And so Jack is like my entire YouTube revenue now.
Wait, you're still getting revenue? You don't have 1,000, do you? What do you?
What?
How
No,
many do you
no,
have?
I can get, but you still get money from YouTube Red subscribers watching your videos.
Really?
It just tanks up. So like, I can't pull money until I have 10,000.
Yeah.
But I can still get money from YouTube Red subscribers.
Really?
That's why
So you
YouTube
can
Red's
see the
great.
Why
money
doesn't he
you
just
could
like
get, but
replay
not
the
getting
videos?
It wouldn't work because it counts like as a because if you just hit replay on your if you just hit refresh on your browser, it doesn't add views to your videos anymore like it used to, and so it only counts for if every view, and I can only get you can only get like up to 3 views per person, like just naturally, like no one can watch your video more than 3 times and it count, I think,
Huh?
because you
Interesting.
can't
That's
just
weird.
watch your own video a bunch of times
Yeah.
with your own account.
That
and
would
add
makes
views.
sense. Yeah. Well, if you are listening and you haven't yet, go ahead and go over to both the Society of Screenmen and Waddle Gaming and go ahead and subscribe. If you have YouTube Red, go ahead and watch all of our videos, please. We need to feed our kids.
Yes.
But
I
yeah,
need kids. I need kids so I can feed them.
Yeah.
YouTube money.
John, how is your YouTube channel going?
It's going. I haven't uploaded in like 4 weeks, so great.
Your fans are your rabid fans are gonna get angry.
Yeah, no, seriously.
Tell us about your rabid fans.
I got some weird fans, man. Sometimes they'll just like comment in the comment section, like, "Bro, take a video where you're cooking shirtless." It's like, what? Why? Why do you want this?
Please the crowd.
Bro, I need to start making like foot fetish videos and get real popular.
Make a video where you crack eggs with just your feet.
Dude, like
Make
six,
an omelet.
You make a cooking video, but everything's just weirdly done.
Yeah.
And so it makes no sense.
Dude, I like come out in like a robe looking like Matthew McConaughey in this new beach movie. Oh, we should talk about that movie.
The
I haven't
Beach Bum?
seen it yet. I really want to see it.
Oh.
it looks interesting.
The Matthew McConaughey Beach Bum movie. I feel like every movie Matthew McConaughey now is like doomed to be a 60 on
Didn't
Rotten
he
Tomatoes.
do Mud also?
Mud?
Which one was that one?
That's
Oh, Mud?
The
Yeah.
Academy Award like nominated.
Oh, shoot. I
Yeah.
didn't even hear about that.
Yeah.
Bro, White Boy Ricky, though, I saw that movie. That movie was actually solid. Like,
Was it?
I feel like that movie was a little bit underrated because it had a lot of like, it was definitely really intense and it was really weird, but it dealt with race and like father and son issues really well, I think. And like just living in downtown Detroit in like the 90s, which would have been like the worst period of downtown Detroit. It's just like, it's, you know, it shows a whole side of white America that you don't see.
Yeah.
Which I know is not really a topic anybody cares about, but
Yeah, white
they-
people suck.
they made it interesting. They really did make it interesting.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Um,
I want to go back to your YouTube channel real quick. I just want everyone to know that 6 of his subscribers are my little brother because he has 6 YouTube accounts.
It's so like, and he sent me a Twitter message the other day.
Oh, did he send you the one about the Knights of Cringe?
No, he sent me one that said subscribe to the Cringe Lord. I'm
Yeah,
like,
that's his YouTube
That's-
channel.
dude,
and
I'm
now
not.
and he's
if you tell me to subscribe to something, there's 100% chance that I won't subscribe.
yeah, he's been on me for like 2 weeks now, ever since the Screenmen started being a thing. And he's like, "Why don't you subscribe to the Knights of Cringe?" He went around his school this week saying, "Hey, subscribe to the Knights of Cringe. Subscribe to Cringe Lord." Then he comes into my room either last night or the night before, and he shows me his phone, and he's like, "Look at all these people who have subscribed to me today."
Bro, that phone just like, Hamza, you gotta get your phone off.
that's the first rule of the
Bro,
podcast.
like I
Come
felt
I was on Do Not Disturb.
I felt
Come
my
on.
hip. I felt my hip thinking that was my phone. I was like, shoot.
Oh, man.
Yeah, but no, your brother's funny, man. I'm not gonna subscribe to him. Is that Luke?
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh, I thought
yeah.
you were talking about Will.
No, Will is just as bad.
Bro, Will is also super like Will will come on the videos too and he'll say weird weird stuff.
Yeah, all 3 of us will watch like the entirety of John's live streams.
It's nice. Dude,
You
it's
have
like
live streams
oh yeah.
He live streams on
Tonight.
YouTube.
on YouTube?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
What do you do?
He
For
mostly
me,
plays Rust.
The reason I don't live stream on Twitch is because I have 0 viewers on Twitch.
No, that's not true. That's not true. Tell us why you really can't.
Oh,
Tell-
because I said the N word.
No.
Well, that was a long time ago. That was like 6 years ago now.
No, you got to tell us about that. Now.
No, I'm not. That's the whole story.
You were like 13.
I was
How old are
like
you now?
13, dude. I'm like 20 now.
Honestly, I'd expect that from my brother at 13.
Bro, I'd expect that from you at 13.
Honestly, I probably did that at 13 too.
Bro, we all thought it was hilarious in middle school. We were like, bro, just say the N-word. No one cares.
Oh my God.
I kept trying to get him to do that one time on his YouTube stream.
Yeah, and then in Rust, so people say like really like raunchy stuff in Rust, and I'm like live streaming, and Jack's like, say the N-word, and some kid just runs up and yells it. It's like, dang it.
He didn't just yell. He kept yelling it and following you.
Yeah, he was following me down the beach yelling it. And I was like, great.
Yeah.
Thanks, guy.
What's your YouTube channel again?
Waddle Gaming 17.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Gosh.
I've been thinking about starting my own channel as well.
I would plug mine, but
I-
it's more just like if you want to watch, you watch. It's not really like.
I have a YouTube
Entertainment.
channel
Do you now?
that I tried to do gaming videos, and they're horrifically bad.
No, dude,
Like
yeah.
the quality, or
You can
No, like
you
the
can-
quality's really bad. Like commentary wise, like I could see like I was trying to emulate like commentary,
Sure.
but like so I couldn't game capture because
Mhm.
like that was a thing that I didn't know how it worked
Yeah.
when I was like 12.
Yeah, I still don't know how to do
So
that.
I would use
subbed.
my
I know you are.
I
I
would
subbed
use
you.
my
many
laptop
does it say?
camera to like record the screen.
Yeah.
And then I would just like play a game. And like I started with a series of Sonic Adventure. But then after the first episode, when I tried to render it, it just like changed everything to green. And I was like, I can't do this. And so I decided to scrap that. And so then I did a Yu-Gi-Oh! GX series. Because I had the game it's referred to as Tag Force if you have it on PSP, but for some reason in the United States, the PS2 version was I think the beginning of Destiny or something like that. And so I was doing like a let's play of that, and like surprisingly enough, like a lot of those videos have over like 100 views, which I was like, wow. I don't know why a lot of people were really into that series, but it was really bad, and I stopped after a while.
Well, I was looking the other day, and it's like sometimes I'll just like look at my old videos to see like what happened. Because like, okay, so I used to do games, and I don't do games now anymore. Like I only do them on stream, and then I did a stream highlights the other day, but like I didn't like it. I kind of want to take it down. But I like gaming is such a weird thing because you either have it or you don't, and I don't have it.
Yeah.
So I have to do like just like try to do comedic videos, which is what I'm doing now. Because gaming just it's such a weird thing to do on YouTube. You really just have to know how to do it, and it's such
Like, when you say do it, do you mean like the commentary? Or
yeah,
like
the commentary. Because like if you're not good at commentary or good at editing, no one's gonna watch it because like you can find a million that are better than you. You have to be unique, and gaming's so hard to be unique in.
Yeah.
Like a guy like if I think about someone who's super unique in games, it's like Video Game Donkey. But now there's like 40 guys copying him, so he's not even unique anymore.
Yeah. That's why.
But Donkey is still his own thing. He's still great. Everything he does is still hilarious.
He's definitely better. But I'm just saying, there's a lot. Like it's hard to be unique.
It really is.
That's what I
YouTube
like
gaming.
the Game Grumps a lot.
Mhm.
Is like they're one of the only like YouTube gamers that don't play like the popular game when it comes out.
Yeah.
Like they like play their own games whenever they want. They play a lot of bad games.
They play every single Sonic game, which are my favorite.
Because they have to. They have to play. Like they've committed to it, so
Yeah.
like they have to play every single Sonic game.
Like for the longest time, their longest playlist was Sonic 06.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah. Yeah. I remember the first series that I saw of them was actually Sonic Adventure, and like they're so funny. Like I love that like style because obviously they're playing like a version of themselves, but they're kind of doing it more like an exaggerated version of themselves. Because obviously Aaron's like trying to be like, oh, this sucks, and like rages a lot, where like Danny kind of counterbalances that because he's
Like,
more
oh,
like
it's not that bad of a
steady
game.
yeah, and which is like their chemistry. Obviously, you can feel that through the game,
Yeah.
and I like it because like there are a lot of times while they play a game, like they'll tell a story or they'll tell something that like you can feel like you're just hanging out with somebody. Whereas like a lot of other YouTube gamers, like there are some that are really funny and like they have fun commentary, but they're actively like taking jokes or like talking about the game or doing stuff like that. So it's refreshing to have like some gamers that are just like, yeah, let's just hang out and have it like if you were playing with your friends and having fun or playing a video game.
The genre of YouTube gaming has changed so much
Drastically.
in just the past 5 years. Like you first had the Game Grumps, and then you had all the horror gameplay with people like PewDiePie, Markiplier, and Jacksepticeye. Like, they were the big three. And now it's become, YouTube gaming? Let's just throw up a 20-minute clip of a Fortnite level.
Yeah.
Bro, it's funny how far like people like Markiplier have fallen in public view because like
I don't know if he's fallen.
Some kid the other day in my in one of my media arts class says, "Oh yeah," like he was like a speaker was asking people what they watch, and some kid was like, "Yeah, I watch Markiplier," and everybody in the class laughed like it was like a joke.
What's wrong with Markiplier?
I think it's just like a kid's thing now. I think like the YouTube shift is like Ninja. If you watch Ninja, if you watch Markiplier, if you watch Jacksepticeye, you got to be a 14-year-old girl.
I don't know about that.
PewDiePie's 14-year-old boys, and those guys are 14-year-old girls. I don't know though. Like I don't have an opinion on it. I never watched Markiplier in the first place, but
I think what I like about Markiplier now, and that's what I feel a lot of them for like Markiplier, Jacksepticeye. They both have said publicly that like they don't really play games for fun anymore because they're so like used to being like, okay, I gotta record this and like have it become this thing.
Yeah.
And so you can see that now because Markiplier's channel, like he now makes more videos away from games. So he
like
has,
PewDiePie does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he does the Markiplier Make series, which I really enjoy. So like him and his friends like try and make stuff because like they try to cook something when they don't know how to do it. And so he does that. He does a lot of those sketches, like he did Who Killed Markiplier, which I thought was really cool.
Those are
and really
great.
Interesting.
Yeah, those are really great.
And so it shows like how good and talented he is to make other things.
Yeah.
So it would be, I would think it would be really interesting if like he tried to do like a YouTube original series. But,
I've
like,
always thought
have
they
it
needed
have
to do
it
something
not
like that.
be necessarily related to gaming, but just like have something like written by him.
Yeah.
Because he actually has a really smart writing style.
And he's got a whole crew behind him, basically.
Totally. Yeah.
I
think
remember.
that would be interesting.
Yeah, I remember when PewDiePie started turning away from gaming and doing more of the commentary that he does today. I was like, no, this sucks. You do games, but because that's how you are when you're spoiled.
Yeah.
But I think once he started doing it more like 2017 and on, that's when I started realizing, okay, he's got this. He's got his own niche. He obviously enjoys doing this more, and so I think the whole genre of YouTube gaming that was like 2014, 2015, 2016 has completely changed, and it doesn't work for everyone because it's mostly Fortnite now.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
I wouldn't say that it's mostly Fortnite. I would say it's in different sects, like SECTS.
Yeah.
I think you have like people like me who watch nostalgia videos completely. Like the only thing I'll ever watch on YouTube is nostalgia and then like some like survival gameplay. But like other than that, I stick away from like Let's Players. But then you have the people who watch Let's Players, and then you have the people who watch, exclusively Fortnite or Battle Royale. And it's so weird how the Battle Royale genre has kind of taken YouTube hostage and said, hey, you have to make us a genre. So it's like a whole genre now of just Battle Royale players. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so weird just how YouTube has changed as well. YouTube is, since 2017, when the whole adpocalypse started, YouTube has become just like this whole thing where I think about daily, or it's like, do I really want to get into it or not on my own? Because it's so different than what it used to be. You have to be so careful with what you say or what you do or what you even put in a video.
There's going to be a website that takes it down. Like, I'm surprised it hasn't happened yet.
Because it's such a huge platform.
Because it's such a huge you think someone would copy it well, but so far the only people you get are like Instagram TV, and no one wants to watch TV.
You got
Instagram.
Vimeo.
Yeah, but that's old, and it's for like filmmakers. Like Vimeo has a purpose, but it's not.
Right.
I feel like there has to be a YouTube that does YouTube better than YouTube.
Well,
but I haven't
if a company
seen it.
does that, you're competing not just YouTube as a brand, but you're also competing against Google.
Yeah.
And like that's a losing proposition because
but
like
I feel like it could happen successfully because YouTube keeps making these mistakes. I feel like someone could pass YouTube because, I mean, if you think about it, Microsoft made a console, and Sony's a no one compared to Microsoft, and Sony made a console just as successful. So I mean, I feel like it can happen.
Sure. I think it could happen. I just think I could see why companies would be hesitant to try and do that.
Yeah.
But also like even if another website's like, okay, so we're gonna do like videos and stuff, it comes down to that question, like, how do you police what comes onto your website? Because eventually that'll be the roads that website has to cross too.
Yeah.
And
Well, there's different ways to make money.
sure.
And I feel like the Twitch method right now is probably the best method.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and Patreon and stuff. I think YouTube needs to partner harder with Patreon if it wants to be successful.
Especially with how many people they have, like how many of their YouTubers they have on Patreon right now.
Yeah. Well, and people just rather, like, for me, I'd rather do a Patreon to somebody than do a YouTube Red.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I just think Patreon's a better system. I think it's a good system. I think it's a good way to get through to the creator.
Sure.
So I don't necessarily like the YouTube Red method as much as, I mean, well, as it pertains to creators compared to Patreon. But I guess that's just a thing YouTube would need to figure out. They need to figure out their donation thing a lot better.
Yeah.
Because
their membership buttons.
It's
like,
just
they have to do something that makes it distinct enough.
It's just not, because like I don't even notice it. Like with people like, I don't know, people that I watch, you know, I don't even notice when they have a membership option or when they have a Patreon unless they like specifically shove it in your face and tell you exactly where to find it. It's so obtuse and hard to find.
Yeah.
If YouTube wants to make that successful and do away with ads completely, they're going to need to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you didn't even bring up Twitch when talking about like platforms that could take over YouTube. I wouldn't be surprised if Twitch does, just because of how big it's gotten.
I feel like because of the live nature of Twitch, it's going to be harder.
I feel like they're going to stay over there at live,
Right.
and I think they should. They do it
They should,
successfully.
because they found their niche really well.
Yeah.
Sure.
But that's the thing about that's the difference between Twitch and YouTube, right? Because with YouTube, the benefit of YouTube is that even if you have a channel and say it's similar to another channel that's also doing similar content, like a fan of that genre can watch both channels at the same time and you're not going to lose anything.
Yeah.
Whereas when you have something that's live, they have to choose which one they want to watch.
Most people who watch Twitch only have like one streamer they watch or two streamers.
Exactly.
Like if I watch Twitch at all, I'm gonna watch Dr. Disrespect. I'm not gonna watch anyone else.
Right. And so for a lot of people, I mean, that's what TV is. That's how TV worked for a long time. Is like you either choose what you want to watch at a certain time, and that's the view towards that channel or that show. And so in a similar way, I think that's what Twitch is. And if they started to do, I guess, video content, it would just be like, it would be kind of like an identity crisis type of thing, because then they would have to be like, well, how do we make this change, and like, how do we, you know, separate the live streamers versus the regular video creators?
Yeah. What were you going to talk about earlier, Jack, that you were so excited to?
It was the Karate Kid thing.
Oh, cool.
No, yeah. I will say though, I
Very cool.
on the whole Twitch thing, like, I don't watch many of them on Twitch. Like, I watch Shroud, but mostly just his stuff on YouTube, just because, like, he'll post, like, a 20-minute video that I can put in the background, and I'd rather watch that than just, like, slog through a video. I don't know.
That's why I've gotten so into podcasts, because I don't like actually having to watch the video. It's like I'm doing other stuff. I don't want to watch, like I'm working this new Crestview job at this golf club, and like I have to go do stuff, but sometimes I'll just put my headphones in and listen to a podcast while I'm doing it, because it's like so much more convenient. Because if I have my phone, somebody's gonna yell at me.
Yeah.
But if I have my headphones in, I'm like, they're probably not even gonna see it.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know. Podcasts are convenient, and they're good for work, and they're just all around like a nice medium. So subscribe to Screenmen. Watch all our podcasts.
Yeah.
That's right.
So Hamza, what you got anything you want to talk about?
Not really.
Who's the cutest boy at the Warren? Besides yourself.
Well, he's about to walk in.
Oh,
He's about to walk in right now. Give it up for
He's breathing on the glass.
Kevin.
Give it up for Big Mac. Get your McChicken.
Nice.
Get your Mc.
For anybody obviously
chicken.
can't see what just happened, he just wrote "die" on the door.
He just fogged up the glass and wrote "die" on the window.
Kevin's in here now,
I'm like,
but he's a
12.
bad boy, so
Hey
we don't,
guys, I get to talk now because I'm here now. Is that okay?
It sounds like
So
you have a
You don't get a mic?
sickness.
you don't get a mic. But
What sickness do you have?
I'll just slap myself on the wrist.
yeah,
You hear that, everybody?
You're supposed
It's
to be.
because he's late.
He's an hour late. Exactly.
Bro, he's gonna get the same punishment as Cardi B did for getting raping some boys.
Oh my god. Slap on the wrist.
Yeah, slap on the wrist. That's it.
Hey, I don't know what my problem is. I just been sleeping like a little sleepy boy.
Bro, you sound sick.
Yeah.
I am not sick.
Yeah. And you still had the audacity to show up.
It sounds like you've got some sperm in your throat.
Yeah. Anyway,
Do we want to talk about like Borderlands? Or,
Yes.
Yeah,
Let's do it.
Hamza, your opinion on Borderlands 3 first. What did you think of that
I've
trailer?
never played Borderlands.
What's
ever.
what's the opinion on the trailer?
I haven't even seen.
Just
the
make
trailer.
one without You don't know anything.
You know what, guys?
Just say some stuff.
In my experience playing Borderlands 0, 1, 2, and 2.5,
That's what they are. Yeah.
IGN 9 out of 10.
I really like video games, and I think it's promising. It's a promising video
Yeah.
screen.
It's gonna be
Spit
really
it out,
great,
yeah.
right, Hamza?
Which
Yeah.
It's gonna be so good.
Which
good.
which NBA 2K is better? NBA 2K19 or 2K18?
18.
2K16.
Oh,
18. Yeah,
Forever
16
and
was
always.
pretty good.
I do want to say that Borderlands, it's a great game, but the ocean's too big, so it gets a 5. Too much water.
Too much water.
Pokemon Omega Ruby. It was really good, but like 7 out of 10, too much water. Like,
We need to write reviews on our YouTube channel that are literally just total IGN mocks. So every time they
No.
come out-
You know what we should do is we should do reviews of IGN reviews.
Oh my gosh. Bro,
be
that'd be
great.
actually good.
You need to get on that then. We need more videos from you, Johnny boy.
I haven't had
there are a
any
lot
time.
there are a lot of reviewers from like these magazine newspapers that don't play video games,
Totally.
and they're just like, I think this is bad.
I'm from the New York Times. I don't know what violence is in
See,
video
this
games.
is why I hate video games, because it just appeals to the male fantasy.
Oh my god. Well, wasn't there one person that what is it? Oh yeah, they made the review for Spider-Man, and they were all like, "Oh, Spider-Man, he works for the police force and because they literally only played the first 20 minutes when he's helping the police break into like beat Kingpin." Because that was literally the only portion he played.
Really?
And he was like, "Oh man, Spider-Man now works with the police, and like he
does
like Spider-Man's always worked with the police.
I was like, "What?" Like,
Also, the police are, for the most part, good people.
yeah. I was like, "What?" It made no sense. But like that's the big thing about like game reviewers that are like, if you're gonna review a game, like
play it.
Like
Play
that
the
guy who
game.
played Cuphead. Have you guys
yeah,
ever
it
seen
couldn't
that?
fail and like failed to pass like the first
He literally
part
couldn't
of it.
like jump the thing.
He's like, "This is too hard." Could you imagine if you play like Dark Souls? Holy, oh my god.
I don't think, honestly, hard opinion here. Dark Souls is a lot easier than Cuphead,
I mean,
in my
I
opinion.
mean,
Like Cuphead is hard. Like
Yeah.
actually, once you get into the meat and potatoes of that game, though, it's an intense game.
yeah. It's true.
I've never played it.
It's utter chaos.
I only play Spider-Man for the
It's
PS4.
so much visual. It's so much visual intake,
Yeah.
and Spider-Man for the PS4 is a great game. I
Yeah.
will actually give that my John endorsement.
Yeah.
3 out of 10.
3 out of 10. Too
Any
many
game that
buildings.
goes over 3 gives your strong.
Bro, it got on the board.
Here's the thing, though, is I remember when Spider-Man came out. This was back when John and I were on the rowing team still. I would not shut up about that game. Rightfully so, though. And every day, John, who was kind of a baby on the rowing team already, he was like, "Bro, it's not that good. It's not that good. It can't
not
be.
that good."
It's not that good." And he's like, "Okay, just play the game then." And he was like, "No, I'm not gonna play the game. I'm waiting for Red Dead to come out." And then he actually played it, and it's like, "Okay, this may be better
I
than
got
Red
it.
Dead."
My dad got it when he got his PS4. It was in a bundle. And he was like, "I don't want to play this. I just want to play Fortnite." So I was like,
Your
"Yeah,
dad
I'll play
plays Fortnite.
What?
it." Yeah, don't even get me started. I would stream with him, but he's so bad.
Get
I
him.
feel like that would be me when I'm like
All right, I have a question
50
for
or
Kevin.
60 years old.
I have a question for Kevin.
Do it.
Who is the cutest boy at the Warren besides yourself and Hamza?
That is a very easy question to answer, John.
Yeah.
And I think,
Let's not talk about that hellhole right now.
yeah, why are we talking about the war?
We are not going to talk about the one. We're going to talk about the time when
What the suspense, though?
we're going to talk about when John broke a boat in Oklahoma.
Nah, it's okay.
No, we're
Broke
gonna.
a boat?
I ramped a boat up onto the side of the shore.
It was our best boat.
So like
too.
I wasn't paying. We had a bad race, and I was frustrated. 'cause
He had
it's-
a bad race.
You had a bad.
I didn't curse in
I
the
was
middle
mad.
of the.
I was mad because a former alumni, he cut me off. We were beating him. We were about to catch up and pass him because he started ahead of us,
Yeah.
and he T-boned right in front of me. And so basically, I rammed the side of his boat, and I was like, "Well, I said some choice words."
In front of a
and then on the
front
way-
of an official.
And then on the way back, I was just so frustrated. I wasn't paying attention. We drove the boat up onto some rocks on the shore.
And at that point, I'm like, John, stop rowing.
Bro, but the next
I will get us home.
The next race when me and who was I rowing with the next race? Me and Zach. Oh man, no, me and Nick S. We had a lightning time, so I felt a lot better about destroying one of their boats.
John was very much a prima donna on the rowing team.
I was good, you know.
Are you no longer on the rowing team?
No, I
No,
quit.
we both quit.
Yeah, I was so good that I just felt bad, for the other guys that were there. Like I was like,
That's not the case.
I had to retire, man.
Dude,
No,
sometimes.
Kevin also quit the rowing team.
Yeah, he quit so quick though. Like I was
Sometimes-
there for a year and a half. Kevin was there for like a week, and he showed up to like one practice,
That
Yeah.
is not even true. I was there for a month and a half.
and you showed up to 4 practices.
That is not true. I
You missed so
I
many.
missed like 6 practices, so how could I have only shown up to like 4?
So
I
you
missed
showed up
6
to 40% of practice.
Your math is blowing my mind right now.
Oh, shut up. Hey, listen, I had some stuff going on, some internal issues, and I couldn't do it, okay? Regardless, I was still feed $400. So thanks so much.
Yeah, so was I.
Yeah, it sucks. Like it sucks so much. Like
It's terrible.
like that's the reason I quit, is because they expect you to do a bunch of work for them and like do all their manual labor and stuff, and then like so like me who I had the second best erg score of anyone on the team a year ago, and so that's like a really big deal. And they gave me a $500 scholarship, and it's supposed to roll over from books. Like you're supposed to use it for books, and then it's supposed to roll over and pay for your student fees. Well, I got told at the beginning of the season that it would only pay for books, and I didn't have any books because I'm a media arts major, and you don't need any books for media arts.
yeah,
And so I was like, that should just pay off my facility fee. And she said, no, we're just going to go ahead and keep that money. And I'm like, well, I earned that. Like, I got the times that no one, like, only one other person did. And I earned that scholarship. And they were like, well, we actually need the money on the team. Like, the team needs the money. And it's like, well, well, that's too bad because you promised me this.
Yeah, then I was supposed to get a scholarship too, but it wasn't supposed to go until the spring, so I didn't get anything in the fall. I'm like, oh, okay.
I wasn't going to get mine regardless, like, unless I found a way to buy books that I didn't need. Like, I could have just gone to the bookshop and bought a bunch of, like, science books that I didn't need.
I remember at the beginning of this last season, I was like hyped. I was like, let's do this. I didn't know how long I was going to be there, so I was going to just like make the most of it. And I think right after Oklahoma, I was like, I'm done. Because that's when I started that's when we started doing a lot more erging and whatnot.
I remember when I recruited Kevin. What a great
What a great
decision
What a
idea.
great
for
decision
everyone. Not just for me, for everyone around.
I will say though,
you
Frost.
can't deny the fact that I was athletic.
Bro, he was athletic. So, like, when we would run, like, I was always way ahead. And one time, Kevin sprinted, like, a whole half mile keeping up with me. I was impressed.
Let's not talk about the run.
I was extremely impressed with Kevin because
was
no one
al-
else
I
could
was
do
al-
that.
I was always in the back. Well, that's not true. I was
No, you beat all the girls.
some of the guys.
Bro,
too.
how bad is that?
I can't run. Get off me.
No, I'm not talking about you. The fact that you beat every single girl.
I'm so glad that we got off on this rant about Wichita State rowing.
Rowing.
I mean, it's just great.
Do we have the clout to
All
be
right, I'm
able
gonna
to do
stop.
this?
Yes,
We
do.
can edit this out. We can
totally
edit this
don't.
out.
Nah,
no,
we'll
no.
keep it in.
don't have a
We can
following
edit this
for
out. Yeah, we can edit this out.
That's the thing though, is we don't have a following, so no one's gonna hear this
Who
anyway.
cares?
That's
Who
true.
cares?
That's
That's
true.
why I was gonna start and be like, we should talk about how bad Wichita State is for scholarships.
That may be a little out of the region.
we can't talk crap on our school.
Should we instead talk about the worst? Let's talk about the worst movies we've ever seen.
Oh yes. Okay. Good. This
Oh.
we need
Captive
to have.
State
We need to have some
in
good
theaters
stock.
now.
Good talks. Really? What's Captive State?
I don't know. I don't know what it's about. That's how bad it is.
You saw it?
Yeah. Keep in mind, I was sober watching it too.
Okay, so don't go see Captive State. I just want to say right now, I don't know about the worst movie I've ever seen, but the most overrated movie I've ever seen is definitely Pulp Fiction of all time.
I agree.
All right.
I mean, I'm not gonna say it's the most overrated. I'm not gonna say it's the most overrated, but that movie and Inglourious Bastards are like
No.
so
Listen, no.
They're fun.
overrated.
They're fun to watch.
They're fine movies. I'm not saying they're bad.
Nobody's saying that they're not.
I'm just
good.
saying
We're
they're not the
overrated.
best movies of all time. Like I think
Okay.
Django Unchained is way better than
Yeah,
both of
Django
those.
Unchained is actually a good movie.
Okay, but would you rather watch Hateful Eight or Pulp Fiction?
I mean, they're both bad.
both
so I don't know which one.
I'd rather watch Pulp Fiction for sure of the two. I'd pick
I'd
Pulp
rather
Fiction.
watch neither of them. Let's go with that.
Do you remember when there was that prime
Do you
time where they would
remember?
make like parody movies? Like they would make like epic movie and like disaster
yeah.
movie and
Oh,
like
yeah. Can we
superhero
talk about
movie
that real
and like
fast?
scary movies. Like
Disaster
some of those were really funny and like actually really good, and then some were kind of like, it's okay. But like that now, like that doesn't exist. Where I feel like it should. Like so many movies come out nowadays. Like it'd be hilarious to just poke fun of how
Yeah, you
crazy
can make a
movies
spoof out
are.
of the whole like Marvel universe.
100%.
That'd be good.
That's what I
You
loved
could
about
ruin them.
superhero movie with Drake Bell was fucking hilarious because they just made fun of Spider-Man and like how ridiculous it is and like how like everything is so formulaic and everything.
I have an actual question.
He did go on to voice Spider-Man, Ultimate Spider-Man after that.
Yeah.
I have a question that I was thinking about last night that I was gonna ask. What movie do you guys think is better, Balto or Bolt?
Oh my God!
Have you
neither.
guys
Bolt.
seen both?
No,
of-
Bolt.
Bolt,
Without
okay.
a doubt.
Oh, I think
Without
Balto.
a doubt.
I'm definitely.
Balto, the
I mean-
animated.
Yeah, Balto with
Yeah.
like the sled dogs.
That
Yeah.
movie-
I've not
oh.
seen that movie.
That
in a
movie's
long
so
time.
good. I was watching
I-
it the other day
I-
with my
I could've-
girlfriend. It's so nostalgic. Like
Yeah.
I don't even know if it's good, but it's nostalgic. Everything
Yeah.
about that movie, it's like, oh man, that's my childhood.
Yeah.
It's like eating kid cuisine,
I saw
sitting on the couch, eating kid cuisine, watching Balto, with my dick hanging
Switching
out.
switching the red, yellow, and white cables from like your Nintendo to the TV so you can watch the cartoons.
Bro, straight up.
Dude.
Man, I remember
Gaming has come a long way. It's funny because like you had so many chords that you had to focus on when you were a kid. And
Bro, it's
now
worse.
just do.
Like, if you
Yeah.
go look at my PC setup, bro,
Oh.
it looks like a mess. There's so many chords.
All right. Well, is there anything else that we want to talk about before we wrap up our first ever Free Talk Friday?
Good game, Texas Tech.
Hey,
No.
I'll come over there.
We're-
I'll come
we
over
are-
there right now.
We aren't going to get into that.
Bro, KU lost like 2 rounds ago. It's okay.
All right. Well, I think that's going to wrap it up for today's
Hey,
episode.
I just want to say real fast that I'm really glad that the University of Michigan was outed in the tournament by a bunch of yeehaws from freaking Texas Tech. So congratulations, yeehaws. I hope you're happy. You're not good at sports still. Just, enjoy it while you can. You're not good.
44 points.
It was a bad game by Michigan. Michigan didn't even know how to shoot. They missed They missed 23s. They didn't even make 1 3-point
That was,
shot.
yeah, that's
How do
true.
you miss? That's just not even good.
That's true. That's true.
Well, anyway, that's going to wrap it up for today's episode of the Screenmen Society Podcast. Thanks to everyone for listening. Before we go, is there anything that you guys want to plug?
YouTube, Humza, HUMZA space ZH. I create cinematics, and if you enjoy that, look it up.
I know this isn't going to be topical, but tonight, when we're filming this tonight, I'm streaming. You can't, there's no way for you to,
How often do you stream so that people can find that?
we'll just say Fridays, usually Fridays.
Fridays
what
you
time?
stream.
Check out Fridays. Late, like 9-ish.
Okay, I will try and watch.
Fridays at
It's
9.
kind of dumb.
on YouTube.
On YouTube. Yeah, Twitch is not my thing anymore.
Fridays 9 p.m. YouTube Waddle Gaming. Go check it out.
It'll be
Also, be sure to check back to our website, www.thesocietyofscreenmen.com. This week, we're going to be starting something possibly very big, possibly the biggest thing we've yet to do on this podcast. So be sure to stick around for that. Stay tuned. Follow updates. Again, thanks so much for watching, and we'll catch you in the next episode.